I just watched a little video of a YouTuber basically being a car salesman, trying to tell you all this crap about leasing a truck through a company. People, please just be aware that even though that a person may appear to be a owner operator or a lease operator or whatever, they are not doing it for free. They are getting paid for that. They're basically a recruiter on YouTube. They won't admit that. Well, some of them will, but they're getting paid for that. Be very, very careful leasing a truck. Do the math. Yeah, it sounds great having your own brand new truck, and you gotta pay X amount of dollars a month, a week. And that's where they get you the week. If you're paying for a truck every week, you can't take time off. You need to make a minimum of that money to pay for that truck. Plus you gotta pay for your fuel, and then they got maintenance. Get the hell out of here. That's a lot of money. Obviously, the video that I watched, the individual cannot afford to do just driving a truck because they're doing the recruiting crap too. The more I listened to the video, the angrier I got. I made it halfway through, I have to admit. But please understand, we tried flatbedding. It didn't work. The money's not there. It wasn't there. I'm sure you can make money doing that, but the big companies can. I'm sure individuals can if their truck is paid for. There's not a lot of money there. There's not a lot of margins. There's not a lot of high margins. If your truck's paid off, you can work for less, but I'm not an owner-operator. I don't own this truck that I drive. I work for an owner-operator. Make that clear. I am an employee. But I get to function as one. I know how much the fuel costs. I know how much the insurance costs. I know how much the maintenance is. Because if this truck ain't running, I ain't running. We don't have backups or anything. We have one truck. I work for a guy, he owns two trucks, he drives one truck. I take care of this truck, he takes care of his, mainly, basically. So I know how much fuel goes into it. I know how much insurance is. I know license plates. I mean, they ain't telling you all this stuff. There's license plates, insurance, fuel taxes, IFTA.
Cemetery to the mailbox curve, 1 Pilot, 110.
But just be careful. I have no experience owning my own truck. That's for sure. But I can do math.
They're gonna take us up tonight.
And
Yeah, they just got back from the safety meeting and everything, and they're getting their pilot trucks done.
if you are spending all this money per week, the number he gave us, he was $1,300 before he moved the truck a week. $1,300 in fixed cost. So $1,300, you have to make $1,300 before you make anything. But then you have to buy your fuel. Fuel's not cheap. I'm in the oil field. I don't burn as much fuel. That's for sure. And I'm reading things. They're talking about how much they're getting paid per mile to. How much the load is paying per mile. We could add ours up. It comes out to. If you're just figuring just how much it pays the truck per mile, this truck's making 17, 18 bucks a mile. Just be careful. Please be careful and stop listening to these people. Make sure you do your own research. It scares the hell out of me when I see these videos because you see people go, ooh, and then they go sign up and they end up with a truck and then they give them all this money. They give their $6,000. They don't care. They want the truck back. Really. They want the truck back. These lease companies want the truck back. They want you to make all the payments. It's no cost to them. At a high rate, $800. Example, he said he's paying $800 a week for a truck. God, that's $41,000 a year. That's before you even make a dime or even pick up a load. You're on the hook for that. And they don't talk about what happens when you screw up and you don't make it and what you get in trouble for. You get on the hook for. They don't. A friend of mine did the lease, just like I'm saying. Freight went down. He couldn't make payments on a truck. He had to give it back. He owed $60,000 on the truck. They come back and said it's only worth $30,000. They can only get $30,000 out of it. Guess who had to pay the difference? He did. He's still paying on it. So he no longer works there and he's paying on it. He has no truck. You got to be careful. When someone is selling you something, especially if you're claiming to be a lease operator, which they very well be, but you're doing stuff on the side, there ain't no doubt they're getting paid for that. They get referral, but everybody gets referral things. But you have got to be careful. Me personally, I would not put somebody in that position. I couldn't live with myself. It's dirty. He's saying they're paying 80%. 80% of what? You're pulling their freight. But you're not going to see jack crap. Where I'm at now, I'm in the oil field. I see the rates. I see what we get paid. I know that the load I'm under right now pays $600 to the truck, and then the company I pull for, they get 15% of that off the top. They take their 15%. So then the rest comes to the truck, and then I get my percentage off of that because I work for percentage. But But you're working for 80, 75, 80%, and you're still paying all this other crap. Get the heck out of here. Come on. Come on. You're getting 80% to pull somebody else's freight, and then you have to pay to work for them. Get the heck out of here. Get out of here. $1,300 before you drive anywhere. You don't move the truck. $1,300. That's immense expense. Yeah, they're gonna tell you they're making $2-3 grand a week after they pay their expenses. That truck's new right now. What happens when the warranty's done? It breaks down. What happens if you get sick after they, for example, my dad was in the hospital for a month. I had to take a month off. Who's gonna make my payments for a month? $1,300. It doesn't stop. $1,300 a week before he turned the truck on. Get the heck out of here. Just top of my head, $1,300, $2,600. We went flatbed and we only did it for 2 weeks because we were making shit. I ran like crazy. First week we did terrible. We made like 2,300 or something. The second week we made like 3,200. Okay, you make 3,200. All of a sudden, your truck takes 1,300 out of that. And then you gotta take your fuel out of that. And not much left. Now granted, I don't know nothing about reefers or dry van or any of that crap. We looked into pulling dry van and it didn't pay nothing. The money's not there. We're not moving this truck for $1.80 a mile or $2.20 a mile. I mean, it's just not happening. There's not enough money. It's not worth my time to drive that. It's not worth it. You're not going to make the money. Big companies can do that, but as a one truck, you're going to get screwed, man. Now, if you have 2, 3, 4, 5 trucks, yeah, you can do that because you're making a little money off each truck. Perfect. But one truck, you're leasing it, it goes down. Truck goes down for a month for, say the engine blew up, even though it's under warranty. See, it goes under, the engine blows up, you're under warranty. That happens. It's in the shop for a month. You're waiting to get it fixed. Yeah, you're getting a brand new motor or whatever, but you can't get it in there. Now, son, you still got that tow bill. Warranty don't cover that. You still got your time. Warranty don't cover that. The warranty's not going to pay your payments. It's not going to do it. You're still going to pay that fixed cost every week. And then you're screwed. Just be careful, folks. Just be careful watching these YouTubers, please.